I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's press on to section 6 of the practice exam paper that's found at the back of your grade 1 Discovering Music Theory workbook. That's on page 61 of the grade 1 Discovering Music Theory workbook. And we're looking at the topic of terms and signs. And really there's nothing for it but to just do some revision and perhaps go back over the terms that we've discussed so far. And then I suggest you tuck those pages away and test yourself. So I would have a quick revise if you feel like that would help you, and then just test yourself. I don't suggest that you look up the answers and check them off as you're working through this section, and don't just work through it with me and check them off as we're working together either, because that's far too passive a way of learning. So just kind of go for it and do your best, and if you're not sure, just kind of make an educated guess, and then you will learn much more thoroughly that way by kind of rummaging around in your brain to find the answers, and you will learn much more thoroughly by making a few mistakes. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of this. There are lots of revision techniques that we've discussed in the previous lesson when we talked about this section. You know, play sort of word games or colour code them to help you and find kind of bizarre word associations, anything that helps you to remember these sections. And I think what we will do is we will define each section of these. Let's use it as a big revision section, just so that we squeeze every drop of learning out of this opportunity here. And so let's go ahead, and before we check off what andante means, let's first of all give it its full description. And so it means at a medium speed or tempo. It could be a medium walking speed. But let's see what these are. If you can you give the definition of slow in its Italian performance term? And that would be adagio. Quick would be allegro. At a medium speed is indeed andante. So there we go, that gives us our answer. And in a singing style is cantabile. So perhaps when you've gone through this, it would be a good idea to just give all of these their full definition. Fine is easily remembered if you remember it looks like the root word for finish. It's the end, it's finished, and so that gives us the answer quite easily. Smoothly is legato. Repeat from the beginning. Now that's a tricky one, and I always remember da capo. If you think cap like on the top of your head, go back to the top. Anything that helps you to remember how all of these words can make sense. And in time, now time is tempo. If you think tempus fugit, like the time flies, and then the ah is the in to cover both aspects of that, back in time as it were. This little eyebrow mark is a pause or a fermata. Getting confused, I can't write and speak at the same time. Multitasking's too much for me, it seems. So it's just a matter of remembering that. So there's our answer for that. But let's go ahead and answer these as well. Accent on the note, that would be the symbol for that. Gradually getting slower. Now this one's quite easily remembered. If you remember, you are retarding the speed, so retardando is gradually getting slower, or the same meaning is also rallentando. And I think you can just see the ando kind of links those two words nicely together. And staccato means detached, which is not that. However, I can see how you would get confused, because when you got a note, it's got a dot on it, but that dot is nothing to do with that staccato. These dots appear everywhere, don't they? If it's after a note, it's a timing issue, making the note half as long again. If it's above a note, it's a detached articulation, direction, and here it's part of a whole showing a pause. Lots of dots all over the place, meaning very different things. And let's look at this next section. So FF, so F means loud. And then when we add another one, we kind of double up on that. It becomes fortissimo. Issimo is extra. So it's not moderately loud. That would be mezzo forte. F is just forte on its own. FF is very loud. There's our answer. And very quiet. So P is quiet. So extra quiet. Issimo. Pianissimo is very quiet. Let's move on to this last question. Now this is quite confusing, because this symbol here, this kind of swoopy line, can mean two things. When it's same pitch, so let's just share this stave. Let's say it's the same note and it's applied note head to note head, and it can be over several individually applied note head to note head, but it's always at the same pitch. That is a tie. Well, tie does not mean detached, so that's all wrong, and that's just a complete red herring. Tie does mean hold the value for both notes, but that's not what's happening here, because it's two different pitches. You can't add the value together because you need to change pitch. It's a slur. However, slur does not mean detached. That's really sneaky. Staccato means detached. Slur means legato or smoothly. So that's a naughty red herring. The only correct answer is to perform the note smoothly. So that is a real tricky one. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. However, that's the end of that section. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website, where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.